So good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us for today's College Essentials webinar. My name is Samantha, and I'll be hosting this event today. During this webinar, we're going to hear from a variety of Algonquin College experts to help you get a better understanding of the services available to you at Algonquin College. But before we get started with our first presentation, I'm going to go over a few housekeeping items. This webinar is equipped with closed captioning if you need it. To turn on closed captioning, please select the CC icon along the bottom of your Zoom toolbar. Today's webinar is being recorded and will be available to watch on the AC Hub on-demand website in the coming days. We encourage you to engage with the AC community throughout this event today by posting in the chat. Feel free to share your social media pages and talk about which programs you're in, but please refrain from sharing any personal information such as your SIN number or your student number. We also encourage you to ask lots of questions. This is what we're here for. So please, if you have a question, post it into the Q&A tab where our college experts will answer it for you from there. Okay, everyone, so I'm just going to quickly go over our agenda here this morning. And just next slide, please. Okay, so as you can see, we're going to move through each presentation very quickly to allow enough time for questions at the end. And if you have a question, like I mentioned before, please post it into the Q&A tab and our college experts will answer through the Q&A tab for you folks. And if you haven't already, please don't forget to register for AC Day 1, which is coming up on Monday, January 10th. We have a ton of social and informative programming scheduled for you that you won't want to miss. And we'll share a link to that if you are interested in registering or learning more. And also don't forget to visit algonquincollege.com/orientation to complete your online prep before Monday, January 10th, so that you're prepared for your new semester. Okay, everyone, so we are now going to begin the presentation portion of this event. We are going to start off with Martha Marr from Student Support Services. Thank you for being here, Martha, and take it away.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Very happy to have you here today. You're taking a really great step in attending a pre-orientation session and getting all your answers, your questions answered today. And I think that you'll find today's webinar very helpful. My name is Martha. I'm a manager at Student Support Services. Student Support Services is here to help any student overcome any challenges or barriers that they may have to achieving their goals at post-secondary. We have a number of supports. Next slide. You're starting your post-secondary academics in a pandemic. Things were looking good there in December, and now we're back with Omicron. We're hoping it's short-lived for everybody. But what we want you to know, even though you're starting your post-secondary education in a pandemic and with all of the restrictions that go along with that, all of Student Support Services is still here to help you. All of the services are available virtually. All of the services are available and accessible. If you do need an in-person appointment, that will be provided to you. Next slide. Some of the services that you will be able to access through Student Support Services. I'll go through some of them in depth in the next few slides, but when you look at this slide, you can see a multitude of different services that are here for you in order to help you achieve. An example would be the AC Dog Squad. That is a virtual event right now, but those dogs are there to help you de-stress, especially at times of exams and midterms. We have Project Lighthouse, which is a program for sexual violence prevention and education around keeping safe and safety in those areas. The Umbrella Project, very similarly, it's a program with all kinds of events that teach you about harm reduction. If you're somebody who is using substances or for the first time having some freedoms and not sure what to do with all of this, the Umbrella Project is there for you. So those are just some unique examples. Next slide. So one of the more prolific services that does get used through Student Support Services is our Center for Accessible Learning. If you are somebody who has had accommodations in the past for your academics due to any kind of disability or need for adaptations to your learning, the Center for Accessible Learning, or CAL as we call it, is there for you. My advice to anybody on this panel today who thinks that they might need some of the services of the Center for Accessible Learning is sooner rather than later. Get yourself registered, get your paperwork in, and meet with a learning strategist as soon as you can, so that those accommodations that you may need, such as the latest technology or extra time on exams or a quiet place to take exams, those accommodations will be in place for you from the beginning of your academics. Don't wait, get in there and get registered. Next slide. Counseling Services is also there for anybody who is having any kind of challenges in pursuing their post-secondary goals. They have 3 streams. One stream is career counseling. You may get into your program and think, oh boy, this is not what I thought it was. It doesn't fit with my skills, abilities, goals, dreams, all of that. Career counseling is there for you, and career clarity counseling is there for you. There's also counseling around any kind of mental health supports and counseling around academics. So how to get organized, how to prevent procrastination, all of that stuff. The Center for the Counseling Services are there for you. And you can see on the right-hand side some of the stuff that they can counsel on. Next slide. Aspire AC is a program very near and dear to my heart. If you are a student who is from a non-traditional demographic in our community, who may not know anybody who has gone to college before, or your parents have not gone to college before, or you're struggling with regards to putting it all together financially, or you don't understand the language at post-secondary and the culture, that's what Aspire AC is there for. We have student mentors that can walk you through all aspects of college. We will pay for any peer tutoring that you may need. We have job coaching when you're about to graduate and you're trying to get into your chosen field, and you don't understand the culture at work. Job coaching will teach you from A to Z what it is to succeed in the workplace. Skills and strengths assessment, just getting to know yourself better. What are you good at? What are your aptitudes? Help you with bursaries. We have student navigators. We can refer you to career clarity, and all kinds of other stuff with regards to support to get to college and succeed at college. Next slide. So that's the end for me. The services are unlimited. Basically, if there is something that is getting in your way of achieving your academic goals at Algonquin College, speak up, ask for help. Chances are there is a service that is there for you. So that's my advice for today. And thanks for listening.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much, Martha. So we're now going to hand it over to Ahmed from the Registrar's Office. Take it away, Ahmed.
Thank you so much, Ms. Samantha. Hello, everyone, and Happy New Year. My name is Ahmed. I work at the Registrar's Office as an Enrollment Service Representative. Today, I will be talking to you about your Access account. Can I please have the next slide? So the Access account, you can look at it as what we call your one-stop shop. I'm going to talk to you about some of the features that you can do in this account. How to access your Access account. One easy way I tell students, when you visit our homepage, algonquincollege.com, up top it says current student, and then you go down the page slowly, you'll see in big letters that says Access. You click on it. Can I please have the second slide? And when you click on it, something like this comes up. To log in, you need your student number. Your student number at Algonquin College will start off with a 04. If it's your first time logging in, it would ask you for your date of birth. If you already have created a password, but you forgot it, don't worry, call us at the registrar's office or the ITS department. We will take action and reset it for you over the phone. Can I please have the next slide? By this time, a lot of people should know what this means, defer your fees. It's one of the things that we recommend you obviously have done by now. If you have done it just recently, please be patient about 1 or 2 days, then your timetable will generate. Defer your fees. You either defer it because you are an OSAP applicant or if you are a returning student. Can I please kindly have, oh, sorry, before I forget, if you are an international student, you were supposed to pay the $1,500 and that's what would have happened to defer your fees. Sorry about that, guys. Can I have the next slide, please? View timetable. One feature that I've been getting a lot of calls about is students saying, I cannot see my timetable. Your timetable is there. Change the academic year to 2022 winter. And if you scroll down the page, it will show you sort of like a chart, a timetable. And keep forwarding it till you see January the 10th, and you will see your timetable, what day, what time they are in. May I please have the second slide? Job ad transfer is something that is very, very common now because a lot of students, let's say they are transferring, for example, from Carleton. Job ad transfer is if you are trying to do a timetable change. Forgive me, guys, that's been my bad. Job ad transfer is something that you want to do to switch your timetable around. If it doesn't allow you to do on the Access account, you really have to speak to your program coordinator to help you make that timetable change. Can I please have the second slide? Print payment receipts. A lot of students want proof of payment for many reasons. So if you do print the print payment receipts, it will give you all the detailed receipts that you've been paying towards your tuition. And if we go to the second slide, please. With that, there's something called print letters. A lot of people ask us for a proof of registration letter to provide, for example, to their parents, so their parents can go to the bank and so that they can release their tuition. So by you clicking on the print letter, you'll see options that would say, for example, registered or registered fee breakdown, and you'll be able to then generate that letter and give it to whoever you need it as a proof of that you are registered here with us at Algonquin College. Can I kindly have the second slide? Profile. We ask you kindly to make sure that your address, your personal information, such as your telephone number, your email address is up to date, just in case we do need to reach out to you guys about any important information. And can I kindly have the second slide? Transfer of credit exemption. So let's say, for example, you are transferring from Carleton University and you say to yourself, well, I've already done this English Communication 1 and I see it on my timetable. By you doing the transfer exemptions, you'll have two types of ways of doing it when you log into on that. There's something called internal, meaning that you have taken this course with us previously under maybe the part-time studies or in a different program, and you want to apply for that exemption. That's called an internal exemption. And then there's another type of an exemption called external. Let's say you're coming from Carleton, and like I said, you want to transfer that credit. You click on external exemption and proceed with submitting what is required of you to submit when you click on that. Can I kindly ask you to have the second slide? So that's pretty much some of the features you guys can do on Access account. There's a lot more that you can do on Access account, but I just wanted to give you guys a little taste of what it is. And thank you so much, Ms. Samantha. And I hope everyone has a wonderful new year and welcome to Algonquin College.
Thank you so much, Ahmed. That was wonderful.
You're
okay,
welcome.
Folks. So we're now going to hand it over to Megan from Campus Services. Take it away, Megan.
Thank you, Sam. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. So I'm going to tell you all about Campus Services. Campus Services is essentially a variety of services that make campus life convenient, and I'll share a little bit about that now. Next slide, please. So I'll start with card services. So there are two cards, your student identification card and the UPass. The UPass is universal transit between Ottawa and Gatineau. So that is the LRT trains, OC Transpo, and STO buses. So we ask everyone to submit a photo online to get your cards. So you can do that through our website, algonquincollege.com/AC card. You will need your network account credentials in order to log in to upload your photo. So as Ahmed was going through access, under account, you'll see network account credentials there, and you'll need that to log in order to submit your photo online. If your network account credentials are missing or not working through access, make sure you contact the registrar's office to get that sorted out. And then you can find more information about the UPass on our website, algonquincollege.com/UPass. Everyone living in residence, you'll need your student card in order to get into the building. Your student card also allows you to print on campus. You can pay for peer tutoring on your student card and a variety of other uses as well. Again, full details you can find on our website. Next slide, please. Food services. So we have a variety of locations on campus. We will be open during the winter term for takeout. You can find locations and hours on our website. We do also update our menus regularly as well. So you can always check online to see what's available before purchasing if you happen to be on campus. We do also offer meal plans, which are something to consider if you have campus activity. For convenience, it can save you money, and also it's just one less thing to think about when you're planning your trip to campus. So you can find more information about all of our food services and meal plans on our website, algonquincollege.com/food services. Next slide, please. Next, we have the campus store. So this is probably one of the more important ones right now. So aside from all of our Algonquin College branded clothing, hoodies, t-shirts, all of that, that's all through the campus store. We do also carry all of your course materials. So we encourage everyone to take a look and order your course materials now so that you have them hopefully in time before your classes start. So we do offer something called Book List, which is an individual list of all of your required course materials, which you need to log into. It's personal to you and your courses and what you're studying. So you can do that through our website at campusstore.ca/booklist. Again, you'll need that network account credential from Access in order to log in, that username and password. So Booklist is for the Ottawa, Perth, and Pembroke campuses. So if you are with AC Online, we do also have a search by course function on our website. So you would just put in your course code and search that way. And it will show you what's available in terms of print options or digital, and the different options for your course materials. Some may say required versus recommended. All of that information will be on your book list. We do also offer curbside pickup. You can pick up in store, you can shop in store. So there are a variety of different ways to get your order. So I'd encourage you to look at your book list and see the materials that you need. We do also have support sessions for course materials on AC Day 1. So I would encourage you to register for AC Day 1 and check that out. So if you have questions about your books and how to get them, or if you're not sure, you can visit us in that session on AC Day 1 on Monday, January 10th, and we will be happy to help you. If you need any assistance or if you have questions about how to order, you can always reach us through email, campusstore@algonquincollege.com. And again, our website is thecampusstore.ca. And as I mentioned, we also have all of our lovely Algonquin College merchandise through the campus store as well. Next slide, please. So we do also have printing on campus for those who may have campus activity. So your print balance for the winter term is active now. As I mentioned, you need your student card to release the print. So we do have something called mobility print, which means that you can upload prints directly from a mobile device. So there are instructions on how to do that on our website, and how-to videos, which are very helpful as well. So I'd encourage you to visit our website for more information, algonquincollege.com/print. If you want to order prints and you're not on campus, you can also do that through the print shop online. So that can be used for anything from regular copies or prints to do fancier things like lamination or binding for final projects, things that put a nice touch on some of your projects. So that can be done through the print shop online, which is just algonquincollege.com/print shop online. Next slide, please. So parking is also through us. We have a variety of options. We do have a option selector on our website, which essentially indicates if you're on campus this often, which option is the best for you, depending on how frequently you need to be on campus. So we do have prorated annual permits for January to August. There's also monthly and daily rates as well, and multi-packs. So multi-packs are a package of 10 daily rates that you can use. Again, if you're on campus occasionally or once a week, that might be a great option for you. You can find all of the information about this on our website, algonquincollege.com/parking. All of our parking is permitless, meaning there's no physical permit. So it's registered through your vehicle and your license plate. So that's a nice thing to know. Next slide, please. We do also offer lockers. So again, if you are on campus, this is a convenient and secure way to store belongings, especially if you're in a program where you might have a lot of equipment, like a lab coat or tools that you might need, or something of that nature, or something as simple as your winter boots and jacket this time of year. Having a locker means that you don't need to carry that stuff around, and you know that it's safe and secure. So for more information, you can visit our website, algonquincollege.com/lockers. You can actually rent them through Access. So if you log in there, you'll see the form to rent your locker. So you can either choose your own location or have Access choose for you based on your timetable and where your classes are. Next slide, please. Excuse me. So I know that was a lot of information. All of our websites and services are listed on our main site, which is algonquincollege.com/campus services. As Sam mentioned at the beginning, I know there's a lot of information today. If you forget anything that anyone has said, this will be recorded and you can check back and watch it later. If you forget anything, I know it's a lot of information. You can also send us an email to our general email, and we'll be happy to help you out and answer your questions there, campusservices@algonquincollege.com. So again, I want to leave you with the course material session on AC Day 1. If you have questions about your textbooks, visit us there. I hope this was helpful for everyone. Welcome. We're all very excited for a new term, and thank you for joining us and listening today. Thank you.
Thanks so much for that, Megan. So folks, I have a couple of things to touch on after Megan's presentation there. So the first one is AC Day 1, like Megan mentioned. Please register for book list and course materials. We have a couple of sessions happening throughout the day on AC Day 1 to learn more about your course list and your book materials. So please check those out. And if you would like to register, we'll share a link to the chat in the chat to that now. And the second thing I would like to touch on is a lot of the things that Megan spoke about today are about going to campus, like for your lockers and going to the campus store. So if you are going to campus this semester, please make sure to check out our COVID-19 FAQ and protocols before going to campus. And also make sure to give yourself lots of time to go through the COVID-19 screening protocols and vaccination protocols before going to campus. So I just wanted to touch on that quickly. We are now going to hand it over to Lauren from the Students Association. Thank you, Lauren, and take it away.
Thanks so much, Sam. Hi, everyone. My name is Lauren. I'm here on behalf of the Algonquin Students Association, and I'm here to talk about some of the services that we have to offer. Next slide, please. Our mission at the Students Association is to create an environment that inspires a passion for student success. We're here to help you with anything that you might need. Next slide, please. Our Students Association is governed by a board of directors that are full-time students across all 3 of our campuses. They set out a list of priorities each year that are high-level student issues. Some past highlights would be creating the UPass program, developing a commitment to truth, reconciliation, and indigenization, and supporting and maintaining education access to all. Next slide, please. On this slide, you will see our board of directors for the current school year. So we have Emily Ferguson, who is our returning president. We have Ellen as our vice president and 6 other directors. And you can find all of their contact information on our website. Next slide, please. The Students Association puts on a number of events throughout the year, from large-scale concerts and carnivals to smaller trivia nights. This year, we encourage you to stay tuned on our social channels to hear about all of the exciting virtual events that we will be offering for January. Next slide. Our Jack Doyle Athletics and Recreation Center is a brand new building on the Ottawa campus. It's 125,000 square feet. It has 3 new gyms, a rock climbing wall, bowling lanes, wraparound running track, golf simulator, and a brand new restaurant. Unfortunately, with yesterday's announcement, we will be closing up until at least January 26th, but we really hope to see everyone back there soon. At Algonquin, we also have men's and women's basketball, soccer, volleyball, and rugby as varsity sports. If you're interested in any of these, you can find the coaches' information on our website and contact them directly. We also offer intramural sports, which are non-competitive sports that you can play against other students, things like floor hockey, flag football, dodgeball, indoor soccer, and more. Next slide, please. We have 2 different great food and drink services on the Ottawa campus. We have the Wolves Den, which is the brand new restaurant located inside the Arc that is currently open for takeout. And then we also operate a Starbucks on campus located in the student commons. Next slide. A great way to get involved on campus is becoming a class representative. So our class reps are from each program and they bring academic concerns forward to our board of directors. We also have clubs and communities, which is a great way to get involved, and they can be created based off any type of activity or hobby. If you don't see a club you're interested in joining on our website, you can always start your own as well. We also have the Wellness and Equity Center, which is a space that provides social programming designed to educate students on campus. Next slide. We offer a number of different services on campus. Our food cupboard is our on-campus food bank that supplies any student with food security concerns for up to 3 days of food supplies. We also offer online housing ads for any students looking for a place to live off campus. We oversee the health and dental plan for all full-time domestic students. So this plan covers your dental care, prescription care, vision care, and more. And that can be found online on our website, algonquinsa.com. Funding can be provided for students looking to host graduation parties or bring in guest speakers. And we also have a number of different meeting and silent study rooms on campus. Next slide, please. Our Algonquin Commons Theater is our 800-person theater located on the Ottawa campus. This theater hosts a number of different types of shows, from musicals, comedians, concerts, and dance shows. Next slide. On our Pembroke campus, we operate our fitness zone. It also has a 2-story rock climbing wall and a gymnasium, offering the same intramural sports as Ottawa. Similar to what I mentioned earlier, unfortunately, we will be closing that up until at least January 26th, but we hope to see you back there soon. And we also have the Landing, which is our licensed lounge on campus. Next slide. And on our Perth campus, we also have a free fitness center with similar services offered on the Ottawa campus. Next slide. So don't forget to connect with us on social. That's the best way to find out all of the exciting things that the SA is offering. And if you go to the next slide, please. If you are a Perth or Pembroke student, be sure to follow their campus-specific accounts as well. And that's it. Thank you so much.
That was great. Thank you so much, Lauren. Okay, folks, we're now going to hand it over to Melissa from Academic Success. Take it away, Melissa.
Thank you, Samantha. Hi, everyone. My name is Melissa, and I'm going to be talking to you today about more the academic side of things. So in your program, some people that can help you. I do also want to say, first of all, that my voice doesn't normally sound like this. I am unfortunately recovering from laryngitis, so bear with me, please. All right, next slide, please. So on the program side of things, there's going to be 4 people that you really interact with on a regular basis. So those would be your professors, so the people that are in your class teaching. Then you also have your academic advisor, your program coordinator, and your student success specialist. Next slide, please. The 3 people I'm going to be giving you a little bit more information about today will be your academic advisor, your program coordinator, and your student success specialist. So we're going to dive right into that. So next slide. So to start, your academic advisor is, they can provide you with personalized help with setting and achieving academic goals. There is an academic advisor for you in every program, so they can connect you with resources. They can provide you with support if you fall off track with your program progress. And then if you have questions about a career in your field, academic advisors are typically, they're working in the field, they're active in the field. They can be a great go-to resource if you have any questions about that. Next slide. And then we have your student success specialist. So every program, again, has a student success specialist. And if you're not sure where to start, reach out to them. They can help direct you to resources and support that are specific to your needs, almost like a compass. So if you really don't know where to even start for support, your student success specialist is a good place. If you find after a month or so that you've been in your program and you find that it's just not a right fit for you and you want to look at other options, you can meet with your student success specialist to initiate that program withdrawal process. And next slide. Next, we have your program coordinator. Again, they can answer specific questions about your program. If you need to drop a course, your program coordinator can help you develop a plan to take it again, especially if it's a prerequisite for another course. And what that means is you need to take that course in order to take the next course. They can also help and give you guidance on understanding your program progression, like prerequisites or when a course is offered, because in some cases, a course is only offered once a year. And next slide. And where you can find all these people, your student success team, their contact information is available on our website, so Algonquin College/academic success. Click on student success specialists, program coordinators, or academic advising, and it'll direct you to their contact information. And next slide. And just a quick note about program orientation that is coming up on AC Day 1, which is January 10th. So most level 1 classes are suspended at the Ottawa campus until 1 p.m. Program orientation is where you're going to meet your student success team, professors, classmates from your program. So it's really important to go. It's an opportunity as well for you to get your specific program related questions answered. So for example, how do you get your culinary uniforms? Or I saw a question in the Q&A about whether law clerk programs need to wear certain uniforms. Those are great questions to ask at your program orientation. Most of them will take place on January 10th. And then there are more details to come this week if they haven't already from your program coordinator via email. So keep an eye on that. If you haven't been getting any emails yet, make sure you contact your program coordinator. And next slide, I think that's it. Thank you very much. And I'll be sticking around if you have any questions.
Thank you, Melissa. Okay, folks, so yeah, if you have any questions, keep posting them in the Q&A and our college experts will answer them from here. So folks, and now I'm going to introduce you to Sarah from Co-op. Sarah, take it away.
Thank you, Samantha. Good morning, everyone. My name is Sarah and I am a Co-op student advisor with the Co-op department. Co-op is a really great way to get work experience while you are completing your credentials here at Algonquin College. I believe we have over 40 co-op programs and I believe we are nearing 50. So there are plenty of opportunities and a variety of different industries and fields to get that experience. Next slide, please. So co-op at Algonquin College, I know that co-op means a different thing depending on if you're in high school, university, college, but here at Algonquin, co-op is an opportunity for you to work full-time in your field of study. So co-op takes place in between classes. So you will study for a semester or two, then you will work full-time without any classes for a semester, and then you will return back to classes where you're able to take a look at, take what you've learned on the job and apply it to your studies. One really great thing about co-op is that it is paid. We require all of our students to make at least minimum wage, which is a great opportunity for you to make money as well. Co-op is a minimum of 4 months in length, but depending on your program, you could have up to 2 or 3 co-op work terms totaling between 4 to 12 months. Next slide, please. To remain eligible for co-op, most of our co-op programs do require you to apply to co-op at the time you apply to the college. So through the Ontario Colleges or the International Student Portal. Students must also maintain a minimum GPA of a 2.7 or higher, depending on your program. And you must remain in good standing with the college. So you have to complete all of your courses leading up to your co-op work term, and you must not have any debts owed to the college. Next slide, please. One question we get asked all the time is, as an international student, can I participate in co-op? And the answer is yes. We have a large amount of international students pursuing co-op opportunities. The only catch is that you need a co-op work permit. We will work with you on what I like to call your co-op journey. So we work with you before your co-op work term to let you know what you need to do to be successful in co-op. At that time, we will let you know how to apply for that co-op work permit. But yes, international students can complete co-op, and you can work within the government at the municipal, provincial, and federal level. Next slide, please. So I just had a very brief time here, but if you do have any questions about co-op, I did see a few questions popping up about whether your program has co-op or not. The best place to go is our website, so algonquincollege.com/co-op. We have all of our programs, everything you need to know to be successful on our website there. But if you do have any questions, you are also welcome to email coop@algonquincollege.com. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sarah. So folks, we're now going to hand it over to Isha from the ITS department. Take it away, Isha.
Thank you, Samantha. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's session. My name is Isha, and I'm here on behalf of ITS. And in today's session, we are going to cover how to log into Access, Live AC, Brightspace, and talk about different applications. Next slide, please. So how to retrieve your network account credentials. To retrieve your network account credentials, you have to log into Access, acsis.algonquincollege.com. If you are a new student, you have to enter your student number, your date of birth, and after sign in, you will be prompted to create a new password and security question. And once you will create a password and security question, you will be able to log into Access. If you are a returning student, you have to enter your student number and the password which you created. If you don't remember the password, you can click on forget your password, or you can contact ITS. Once you are logged into Access, on left-hand side top under account, you have to click on network account info. And once you will click on that, you will see your network user ID and initial password. Next slide, please. Once you have your network account information, you can log into different applications. Applications like student email, Brightspace, Office 365, etc. There are a few applications which are available on campus and off campus, but there are a few important applications which are available on campus, but off campus with the help of VPN. So for example, student email and Brightspace, you can access without VPN on both on campus and off campus. Next slide, please. So on this slide, there are a few important links, which you can, whenever you have time, you can go to those links. For example, Brightspace Essential. It is a course inside Brightspace. You can go through that course and you will learn about how Brightspace works, how you can retrieve your assignments, submit your assignments, you can see your grades. So Brightspace Essential is very important course. And another thing, on AC Day 1, ITS is running a network account drop-in session on January 10th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Our technician will be available to assist you with your network account credentials, issues, or how to log into various applications. Next slide, please. My Desktop. My Desktop is a virtual desktop interface. My Desktop service is available for both full-time and part-time students. And on My Desktop, you can access program-specific softwares. My Desktop is only available off campus with the help of VPN. To get access to VPN, you have to contact your instructor, and your instructor will raise a request for VPN. Next slide, please. So you can contact ITS through phone. Our phone number is on the screen, or through email, or you can get in-person support, but for now, in-person support is only appointment-based. With your smartphone, you can scan this QR code and book an appointment. We are available Monday to Friday, 8 to 8 p.m. and Saturday, 8 to 4. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Isha. So like Isha mentioned, we do have a ITS network drop-in throughout the day on AC Day 1. So folks, if you would like to learn more about ITS and their services, or if you need help with any access or ITS issues, please register for that on AC Day 1. So folks, we have one more presentation today before we go into the Q&A session, and that is Sue from the International Education Center. Take it away, Sue.
Thanks so much, Samantha, and welcome to all our international students joining us today from around the world. As Samantha mentioned, my name is Sue Hodgins, and I'm one of 4 international student advisors working in the International Education Center. All of the student advisors, we are regulated either RCIC or RISIA, so we are able to give you guidance and advice as it pertains to any of your documents as an international student that you require to be in Canada, whether it's your study permit, work permit, or your TRVs. As you see on the slide, the best way to get a hold of us is either by email at IEC support. We do have the IEC website, which due to Omicron and everything that is changing, we strongly encourage you to check our website for updates as things change, and we are on social media. Next slide, please. So along with that, we do offer a wide range of support services specifically targeted to international students. For those international students, if you're still waiting for your study permit approval from your home country, we strongly suggest that you keep the recruitment team up to date. So that's by either posting a message in your application portal if you have access to it, or you can send an email to international@algonquincollege.com. We will also help and guide you in your arrival process to come to Canada. Again, throughout the semester, we will be doing a wide variety of workshops and to help you get settled as an international student. Next slide, please. We also offer a peer mentorship program that will match you with an upper level international student. So that's a great way to get connected. We have social events specifically for international workshops for financial literacy, social insurance clinics, and CRA sessions that are run jointly with our office. So that you can find on our calendar. Next slide, please. If you haven't already done so, we would strongly suggest that you download the iSent app. I'm sure you've probably received a lot of communication already from our office, but iSent is a great resource to have at your fingertips with your smartphone. So please download that app because we do send out a lot of push notifications from our office of just reminders or events and things that we have going on specifically for international students. Next slide, please. So we do have the quarantine program and orientation. So if you have not already attended one of the quarantine sessions, then you can send an email to IEC support, international@algonquincollege.com. This will make sure that you have all of the documentation, your vaccines, everything that you require to be able to travel to Canada. Alongside with the AC Day 1 orientation this week, you need to also attend one of our mandatory international orientation sessions. So you can choose either the session that we're holding tomorrow morning from 10 to 12, or the identical session will be held on Fridays, January 7th from 1 p.m. to 3. That's for any international student starting an academic program at Algonquin. If you happen to be starting our English for Academic Purpose program, then you should be choosing the orientation, which will be held Thursday morning. Next slide, please. Your GuardMe insurance, so all registered international students will be automatically registered in our GuardMe health insurance protection plan. It's mandatory for all international students. It is a health plan and not a dental plan. If you'd like to purchase a dental plan, you can do that through our Students Association. And we will have someone from the GuardMe Health Insurance come and do a session at our orientation. So I won't spend too much time, but you should receive an email. So just check your AC Live email for an email from GuardMe, and inside you will have your digital health card. Next slide, please. You all will also be automatically registered in a course that you should see already that have show up in your Brightspace. And it's a course called Succeed in Canada, a course that we've developed specifically for international students to help you get more familiar with what to expect with your life in Canada. It has information in regards to your immigration documents, working in Canada, support that's available. So that's another great resource to help you get up and be successful in your courses at Algonquin. Next slide. And we do have lots and lots of events and activities. So if you're looking for something to do outside of your studies, please check our events calendar. And again, due to Omicron, currently all of our sessions have moved to virtual delivery. Hopefully that will change in the coming weeks, but just either check your iSent app or the events calendar. Next slide. And our office will support 10 hours of free peer tutoring. So once you get settled in your classes within the next couple of weeks, if you find that you're struggling in one of your courses, please don't wait until week 10 or week 11 of your course. If you're struggling in the beginning, please reach out to either your student success specialist, and you can also reach out to our office, because we will support you with 10 hours of free peer tutoring to help you get up and running in some of your courses. And that's, I believe, the last slide I have, Samantha, before we move into the Q&A. So I just want to welcome all the international students again and wish you all the success in your studies.
Thank you, Sue. Okay, folks, so I think that's all the presentations we have, but I just wanted to say, again, if you are interested in watching this event again to get the information, we are recording it and it will be posted on the AC Hub on demand website in the coming days. Also, a lot of these services will be hosting sessions throughout the day on AC Day 1, which is coming up on Monday, January 10th. So please register for that. We have lots of social activities and informative activities. You won't want to miss it. So we will share a link to that in the chat again now if you're interested in registering. So folks, we are now going to open it up to questions. I've just looked at the Q&A and we have a lot of questions that have been answered so far, but we do have a couple of questions that have not been answered yet. So I'm just going to start here with the top one. So if you have a question, again, please post it into the Q&A and our college experts will answer it from there. Okay, folks, so we have a question, and this one is specific to a specific program, but I'm just going to do it in general. So what is the last date to defer your courses in January 2022? And I think this one goes to the registrar's office. Ahmed, are you available to answer this one?
Yes, Samantha, thank you. You're cutting off a little bit. Can I ask you kindly just to repeat the question again? Because my screen is not clear.
Yeah, of course, Ahmed. So what is the last date to defer your courses in January 2022?
To defer your courses, I think the question maybe is not really clear. I think maybe the student's trying to ask, can I defer it for the next semester? You can definitely do that if you want to switch from, let's say, January to spring term. but you need to do that within the first 10 business days. We're going to have an intercept team at the beginning of this week and next week that students can communicate with. Also, they can communicate with the student success specialist if they want to make any of those kind of switches. Feel free for the student that's asking this question to give us a call at the registrar's office. We can definitely explain more in depth what other options they have. So to answer your question, you can change the term. Like say, I don't want to start in January, I want to start in spring. I can do that. But if they want to switch it to like the following academic cycle, they need to reapply again. If they are domestic, they need to go through the ontariocolleges.ca. If they are international student, they need to do that through our international website through Algonquin College. But I recommend to definitely book an appointment through the Intercept to help them out with this.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for that answer, Ahmed.
You're welcome.
I'm just getting a couple of questions here in the chat. So this one is, can we attend our online course through our smartphone, or is a laptop mandatory? So I think this one would go to ITS. So are students able to use their smartphone for their classes, or do they need to have a laptop or some kind of computer?
So it depends on the course. If you have to check a BYOD, bring your own device section on your program, if it says you need laptop, that means yes, laptop. You have to buy a laptop and you can use that laptop as per the specification given on that website. But if that website says that you can use your smartphone, tablet, or iPad, then you are good. You don't need a laptop then.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for that, Isha. Okay, folks, so I have another question here. It says, if my course is remote, can I access campus services like the library or study in areas around campus? So I think that would go to maybe campus services, Megan.
Thanks, Sam. So I would just direct everyone to COVID protocols that you mentioned earlier. There is a specific guide for accessing campus. Yeah, I just don't want to go against any of the college protocols. So I'm wondering if maybe someone from the events team can put that page back in the chat, if you don't mind. Thank you. Yeah, so it's all on there and it is updated regularly. I would also advise, just for everyone who's a new student, it is a good practice to check your emails regularly. Every time there's a change or something happening, the president will usually send an email about this is what's happening and this is the policies and rules and all of that. So make sure you check your emails regularly or that website is updated regularly. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Megan. Okay, folks, so this is another question for Ahmed. So it asks, how do I change my timetable?
To change courses on your timetable on your Access account, you'll be able to do that. So on the Access account on the left side, you'll have the transfer, drop, add, transfer. If it's not letting you do it on the Access account, that's because the program department of your study, for example, this is just an example, the paramedic program, they decided not to allow that access for students. So you need to reach out to your program coordinator to discuss about doing a timetable change for your courses.
Okay, thank you, Ahmed.
You're welcome, Samantha.
Okay, so this is a question for Isha, and I see that she's typing, but I just thought I would read it out loud. So it says, can I change my student email address? Isha, is this a possibility or?
So in 90% of cases, we don't change email address. It's last 4 letters of your last name and the number. But if your email address sounds like it's a wrong word or bad word, then please send us an email and we will look into it. Our email ID is 5555@algonquincollege.com.
Okay, thank you, Isha. Okay, folks, so I'm just looking through our questions here. So again, if you have a question, please post it into the Q&A chat. Okay, folks, so let's see here. Okay, so it asks, when can domestic students expect OSAP to be deposited into our accounts? Does it get deposited directly to our bank accounts, or is there a different way to access it? And again, I think that is the registrar's office.
Yes, Samantha, correct. Thank you, Carla, Samantha. So If everything is submitted and in good order with OSAP will take action to pay the college first. Once they pay the college first, the remaining balance for this academic cycle, they will take action and put it in your bank account. Our financial aid officers this week and next week are currently doing the best they can to push those confirmation of enrollment. And so just be a little bit more patient. If there's any advice I recommend you, please kindly check your OSAP message center. It's always updated. And if there's any outstanding documents, I ask you kindly take action ASAP and submit that. Otherwise, they're not going to release any money. Thank you, Ms. Samantha.
Thank you, Ahmed.
You're welcome.
Okay, folks, so this is a question from Susan, and she is asking, how can we access our classes virtually? Can we find links to our classes on Access? So I think this is kind of a program-specific question, but I'm going to hand it over to, let's see. I think that would be
take it.
Oh, thank you, Melissa.
No problem.
Awesome. Melissa,
Yeah,
thank
it
you.
is program specific, but most courses will be accessible via Brightspace. So what you'll want to do is, of course, attend your program orientation because you can ask questions about how to access your courses, but most will be available on Brightspace, and Brightspace does unlock its courses on January 10th. So you should be able to access Brightspace now, but you won't be able to access your classes until January 10th.
Awesome. Thank you, Melissa. Yes, folks. So as Melissa stated, please make sure to attend your program orientation on Monday, January 10th. There's tons of information that will be shared there. And also AC Day 1 on Monday, January 10th. After you've attended your program orientation, make sure to join some of our sessions where we will answer lots of these questions too. Okay, so we have another question from Noor. What are the steps to use Canvas, or can it be accessed only for students whose program is on campus? So again, I think you just need to refer to our Algonquin College FAQ COVID-19 protocols document, which again, we'll share in the chat for you. Make sure things are always changing as per the government. So please be sure to check that document frequently. Okay, folks, and then we had a question. Can you please send a link for the program orientation? We can share the schedule for the program orientations in the chat.
Yeah, and then the specific program orientation link for your program orientation will be shared directly from your program coordinator.
Awesome. Thank you, Melissa. So check those emails, folks. Okay, everyone. I think we have time for one more question here. So let me just check our Q&A session. Okay, so we had a specific question about AC Day 1. So it asks, so event team, this is probably specific to us. Will AC Day 1 be online now? Yes, it is going to be completely virtual, which is a good thing because that means anyone can access all of our sessions and events throughout the day, no matter where you are in the world. So again, folks, please make sure to register for our AC Day 1 activities and sessions throughout the day. And again, we'll share a link to that in the chat now. And folks, I think that's all the time we have for today. And again, I just want to say thank you so much to our college experts for sharing all of your information and insights today. If you wish to rewatch today's session, please visit the AC Hub on demand webpage, and we'll share a link to that in the chat now. And if you haven't already done so, like I mentioned previously, please make sure to register for our virtual AC Day 1 events and activities, which are happening on Monday, January 10th. And again, we'll share that link in the chat now. Okay, folks, so thank you so much for joining us today, everyone, and we hope you have a great rest of your day, and we are looking forward to starting the semester with you on January 10th. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.